Hey guys, what's going on? Toushyton here, and I'm very excited to bring you my very first episode of Storytime. Yay! So, one thing about this series is I'm going to be doing this probably the most because I have a lot of stories to tell, and this particular one I wanted to make the most entertaining and may just be the best one out of all of them because it's really crazy what happened. So, let's just get into it. A few months ago, I have a friend named Tony over, and he had been begging me to move into the upstairs of my house. Now, the upstairs of my house was controlled by my sister. She wouldn't let anybody up there or anything. But she get moved out. So, this room is now a guest bedroom. And Tony wants me to move up there and leave my room that I currently have as a guest bedroom. And of course, I haven't because, first of all, the AC is expensive to run up there and you want to save money whenever you can. So, I decided not to, but we went up there to look through her stuff anyways because she left some of her stuff up there which was wrong, but whatever. We were curious and we wanted to find out. So we go up there and we start looking around, and we found this honey stuff, this really weird honey stuff, and we started playing with that a little bit, and it was like gooey, and we got it on our hand stuff. We had to wash it off. And some of the other things we found a golden 5-carat belly button ring that Tony wanted to give to a girl that he wanted to go out with or something, I'm assuming. But I was like, no man, no. And he was like, that's a dick move, man. Just let me have it. I want to date this girl. I'm trying to fuck. You know what I'm saying? and I was like, all right, whatever. Take the freaking belly button ring. So he takes it, and we keep looking around, and I go in Wendy's closet, and I start looking through here, and I find a hoodie that is, like, I find an older hoodie with my high school's logo on it because we went to the same high school, but it was in good shape and stuff, so I have that, and I'm wearing it right now, which is really weird. But, you know, I took the hoodie, and I came back out, and Tony's like, alright, I've got to be straight with you right now. And I was like, alright, what is it? And he's like, look what I found. And he pulls out like 5 or 6 condoms, and most of them were expired. And one of them's from like 2010. He's like, yeah, so she was fucking in 2010. I'm like, dude, come on, this is nasty. Don't talk it like that. And I was just really sickened by the thought of that, of her having condoms. And I know it's really natural, you know, girls do that, you know. Girls will fuck guys. I mean, it's just part of life, you know what I'm saying? So, we found these condoms, and we looked at the expiration date, and they were all expired. And he was like, but I'm trying to fuck, dude. So I gotta use these, and he was like, complaining about it. So I looked up on my phone, or on his phone, and it said that condom expiration dates, when they expire, the lubricant in them evaporates, which increases chance of tearing, and thus gives you a bun in the oven, which you do not want. So we just decided to keep him, and he was like, I was like, dude, there's no good throwing away. He's like, and he did the little up and down hand motion thing. He's like, yeah, he wants to tug his meat dragger with some expired condoms, which is nasty as shit. But he he wanted to keep them so he could jack his hot dog with them, and I let him have them because really, what am I gonna do with a bunch of expired condoms except jack my hot dog with them? That sounds weird. But I let him have them, and we kept looking, and I found these Tupperware drawers. And I looked through them, and there was these lotions and these soaps and stuff, and then I opened the top drawer, and I pulled out what I didn't know what it was at first, but looking at it more, I realized what it was, and I pulled out like 6 or 7 inch long, 2-inch thick, massive rubber fucking dildo with like a little rubber, I don't even know what they're called, rubber pegs sticking out the edge, and it reminded me of the whatever you called them, like in Finding Nemo, the anemone, or whatever the hell that was. I don't even know, anemone, but that's what it reminded me of, and it was, dude, when you pull a fucking fake cock out of a Tupperware drawer where your sister used to live, your outlook on life and your family changes. Dear God, I'll tell you what, I don't look at her the same, and I bring this thing out to Tony. He's like, dude, that's sick. I'm like, yeah, this is disgusting. So me being a curious little bastard, and I'm so, I hate myself for doing this. I take the dildo and I'm like pressing buttons, and it like turns on and it lights up, and it's one of those dildos that like moves, like the ones that you can make move. So I guess you could call it an oscillating cock. An oscillating cock, yeah. And it moved around like in circles and lit up, and it was like, it was so fucking weird. But yeah, I got this oscillating cock in my hands here, and this thing's used. I was trying to convince myself it was a gag gift, and even if it was used, it had pubic hairs on it, which sickens me. And oh my gosh, it was disgusting. But you know, so I've got this used oscillating cock in my hand, and that sounds so gay. Alright, I have this dildo in my hand, and I throw it at Tony, you know, because he was like, yeah, your sister loves dick so much that she went out and bought a dildo. And I was like, dude, fuck you. So I threw the thing at him, you know, because that was really nasty. And he started running away. He's like, dude, get it away, you know. It was gross. And I mean, oh gosh, I'm about to throw up. So I threw the dildo at him, and he didn't touch it. He ran away from it, and I picked it back up. I don't know why I was touching this freaking thing. It was sick. But I called my little sister up here to corrupt her mind with disgusting things, and she comes up here. I'm like, you know what this is? And she's like, no, what is it? And I said, well, Maddie, this is a dildo. And she's like, oh God, gross, ew. And I threw it at her too, and she ran downstairs, and I lost the battery pack to it. And you'll find out why that's significant in a little bit. I put the thing back and went downstairs, and about a week later, my sister and my mom drive up here. My parents are divorced, so since she moved out, she had nowhere to go because she got kicked out. But you know, they were divorced, so she was staying with my mom. Mom drove over here, and Whitney specifically asked for a stack of Tupperware drawers in her closet, and I knew what was in there, so I was playing dumb. I was like, what's in there? And she's like, my soaps and stuff. I'm like, oh, your soaps and stuff. I'm like, okay, I'll get it. So I run upstairs. I'm like, shit, she's gonna be pissed when she doesn't see a battery pack in there. And I mean, so I find the battery pack and I put it in there, and I take the Tupperware drawer out, and as I'm setting it in their car, the top of it pops off, because it's like a stack of drawers, and like it's one under the other. It's like a vertical stack, and the top of it popped off. So when the top pops off, you can see what's inside the top shelf. And I see the dildo there. I'm like, what is that? And she was so embarrassed. Her face got so red so quick, and my mom tried to cover for her, and she was like, oh, well, that must be that gag gift someone got you, right? And when he's like, oh, yeah, that's what it is. And I popped the top of the thing on there again, set it in their car, and I kind of just try and forget about it now, but it's really gross when you see her at, like, family reunions or family events, and when you see her, you think of a big rubber dildo, and it bothers me to this day, and I wish I wouldn't have gone snooping. But that's basically my story of how I found a dildo in my sister's room. So if you guys enjoyed this, leave a like, subscribe, comment, and if you want to see more of this, then definitely comment and let me know, because I'm glad to do more for you guys. Thank you, and have a great day.